Looking for a hero with high outplay potential? How about someone who can go from 0 to full HP in seconds? Hey guys, what's up? So in this video, we'll dive into Ruby, one of Mythical Glory's hottest pick right now. I'll show tips and build so that you can master her skills faster. Skill mechanics. When using her first skill, it's better to be this near to your target to deal more damage. As you can see, this skill has extra damage if the target is near. For quicker damage output, you can skip the passive jump between skills. Take her 1-2 combo for instance. By not using the passive jump, you'll unleash damage at a faster rate. The downside is that you can't trigger her passive immediately. But don't worry, because you can combine 2 skills and still get 2 stacks of passive just like this. As you can see, I got 2 stacks after doing a 2 skill combo. So that's skill 1, 2, and passive dash for that extra defense. Her second skill is a good way to cancel the animation of her first skill. So this is her first skill and it has a long animation. But if you combine it with her second skill, the animation becomes shorter. That's assuming you won't jump between skills. Using ultimate and second skill too quickly will stop enemies from getting completely pulled. As you can see, the stun on her second skill stopped the pull effect. There are 3 ways to prevent this from happening. First is by adding a short delay before you use second skill. Second is by using her passive jump before casting second skill. Last one is using the 1-2 combo mentioned earlier. The ultimate and flicker combo is Ruby's best TikTok move. It surprises enemies and puts them out of position. To do this, you have to use her ultimate first and then flicker backward. Try this in practice mode so that you can get the hang of the combo. Much better if you could increase the size of your flicker button so that you don't miss. Another way to combine flicker is by moving forward just like this. You cast her ultimate and then immediately flicker toward the enemy spot. But this is trickier to pull off compared to the earlier version as it requires faster hands. One way to have a better success rate is by auto-aiming flicker. Normally, you will blink to where you are facing just like this. So if you just face the enemies, you can just tap flicker without the need to aim to save time. Her ultimate skill has a bit of delay before you can pull enemies, so keep that in mind. You'd want to get used to the range and animation because it's quite easy to miss your target if they are moving. But don't worry too much when you miss because her ultimate has a short cooldown. It can go for as low as 12 seconds at max cooldown reduction. It's so fast you can use it to clear minion waves. There are a ton of combos for Ruby, all with their specific uses. For full damage and assuming the enemy is near, you can use ultimate, first skill, and then second skill. If the enemy is far, you can close the gap by using first skill, dash, ultimate, and then second skill. You can add dashes in between skills for dodging or gaining defense from her passive. With Ruby, there's a lot to choose from, but a wise man once said, there's no specific combo as long as you can catch the enemies. A good way to test her ultimate range is using her first skill. If the enemy is inside your first skill indicator, that means you can reach them with your passive and ultimate just like this. But you need to be careful with the delay, since the enemy might have moved away by the time you use the skill. Item Synergy. War Axe is the reason why Ruby became meta. It has everything she needs, including spell vamp and cooldown reduction. But more importantly, the true damage is a game changer. It not only gives her extra damage, but also another way to heal. If we check closely, Ruby can actually heal from the true damage of War Axe. Based on this test, War Axe true damage is considered skill damage, which means it can benefit from spell vamp. At the start of the game, you can buy Fury Hammer for that early game damage. After that, it should be War Axe followed by Endless Battle, or you can upgrade Fury Hammer into Hunter Strike. Aim for 40% cooldown reduction so that it's easier to spam your skills. I prefer 3 attack items and then 2 defense for balance. As for emblems, I usually go for Fighter using Festival of Blood and Brave Smite for more sustain. Gamestyle. Ruby's gameplay is straightforward. She excels as a sustained hero capable of dealing substantial damage. The longer she remains on the battlefield, the more formidable she becomes. While her combos are easy to understand and execute, mastering the correct timing sets apart a good Ruby from the rest. Skills such as dodging attacks with her passive Interrupting enemy combos with her stun, and strategically pulling multiple targets require experience and intuition. At first, her game style appears deceptively simple, but with each match, you gradually uncover layers of complexity, making her an enticing hero to master. And that's why I like Ruby.